welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay, and this is Life with Lindsay. Today we have...
DADDAMONSTER.
Say it with enthusiasm.
DADDAMONSTER.
DADDAMONSTER! He seems thrilled to be here. Anyway, what are we doing today? You guys always ask for more DADDAMONSTER, so here he is. So we're going to answer some questions. We asked the people. We asked on Instagram. We asked on Facebook. I pulled up a couple tag questions. We thought in honor of Valentine's Day, we'd do a little husband-wife tag Q&A gab sesh. I don't know, whatever you want to call this. Peep the shirt. It says, alienate the patriarchy. Would you like to promote your shirt?
It's the Baltimore Orioles.
Yep. So for anyone asking, favorite baseball team?
Baltimore Orioles.
That's right. And no, we're not from Baltimore. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot. Before we ask any questions, what's your favorite thing? Why did you marry me?
Why did I marry you?
Clearly, I married him because he can reach the top shelf.
I clearly lost a bet.
Before we get into this, if you bring housekeeping...
You gotta make it till 10 years till I can collect, though.
You're close. Wait, 10 years of being together or 10 years of being married?
Being married.
I mean, you're still close.
I know.
Anyway, we'll get to all that.
Those
but
last 2 years are gonna kill
if
me.
you bring housekeeping tips before we get into it, if you hear a noise directly to my left, I do have a fan running. We are recording this while the tiny human is sleeping. So you will definitely hear her babble. And in case it's not obvious, you'll hear husband noises. So let's take it to the people first. Do you want to do Instagram or Facebook first?
Let's do Instagram. Oh, I thought we were gonna have something flash up.
Oh, great. Editing with the other hands full. So we asked on my Instagram, which is @LifeWithLindsay, and I will put that here, and @DADDAMONSTER. God damn it. See, when he does stuff like that, that means that I have to do more editing work, which is why he likes doing that, because then it makes me like do more stuff. But anyway, we asked on my Life with Lindsay and his @DADDAMONSTER. And if you guys don't know, the DADDAMONSTER is not just my husband. Obviously, he's my husband. I've said that like 52 times. But he's also a Funko Pop customizer. So for all your custom Funko Pop needs, hit up the DADDAMONSTER. And yes, these are real behind us. So you're going to do some
questions from Instagram.
Yeah. If you need to know their real names, let me know, because I don't know if you know what their names are by looking at their handles.
Do we need to know their names? I think we can just ask the questions, right?
No, I mean, these are from Maria. I would say Maria asked, and then say what Maria asked.
Maria asked, how many Funkos have I customized so far? Unless this is directed to you. Was this directed to you?
No. My answer is 0.
Alright, so I really have no idea. I figured it out probably in January. I was at like 87. I'm over 100 now. I know
really?
that. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta figure the last 2 shipments I sent out were like easily 13, and I sent out some in between there.
That's true.
So I'm over 100. I think with what I have ordered, I'm probably closer
over, not over 100.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm 100 for 100 otherwise. But I would probably guess 110 roughly with the orders I currently have.
Okay.
So Maria also asked.
Maria asked a lot of questions. Shout out to you, Maria.
Who's the better cook? Me.
Who likes to cook more?
Me. Also me.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm the better cook.
Yes.
No. I don't think so. I think you don't give yourself enough credit or don't take enough chances. But that's just my opinion.
He's the kind of person who can have an idea of what he wants to make in his head and just be like, I'm going to grab this and this and this and this. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I need a recipe the first time before I start tweaking it. And he can look at a recipe and be like, other than me being, I don't really like oregano as I'm getting older. Dried oregano is just, to me. And so it'll be like, oh, oregano. And I'll be like, I don't need that. That's the extent of me, like, adjusting.
Who pronounces it like that? It's oregano.
Okay. What else did Maria ask?
She also asked, what's your dream vacation? Now, as a couple or individually? Because I think we would probably agree, like, together.
Okay.
Like, because we both have destinations we'd like to go to. I think one we both agree on is Australia.
That's true.
Because I want to go there, you want to go there.
That's true.
I personally, if you're talking United States, I don't know. If you're talking, like, anywhere, I would probably say Ireland.
See, I should have answered it for you. Because I knew you were going to say that.
You were going to say
that you wanted to go to Ireland.
No, you're going to say another cruise to Alaska.
Facts. I mean, I guess the other thing is, like, if we were going to do a family vacation, obviously Disney.
Disney, yeah.
If you guys haven't heard the story, for April 1st, 2020, we paid for our Disney trip in full, and then 48 hours later, it was completely refunded to us and canceled. And we actually were excited to go before our kid turned 3 because she was free. So now, no matter what, our kid has turned 3. She turned 3 at the end of 2020. So we have to budget in another ticket. So one day we'll get there. When, I don't know. I did talk about that in my last Whip and Chat, which, if Editing Lindsay remembers, I'll put it up in the eye.
Right there.
You know, I think is it this way?
Whoa. I have no clue.
I
think it's over here.
The way we film it, it's... You're such a weirdo. The way we film it, I have to flip the camera, which, like, if you guys are looking at this, like, the way we're filming it right now, it's reversed because we're looking at the front-facing camera.
All of our t-shirts are actually written in reverse.
No, so Editing Lindsay actually flips everything in editing. And the one day I forgot to do that when I split up clips. And then it was like, I was like, what just happened? So, all right, what else do we have from Instagram?
We have an Instagram question from Boo. It's Kayla.
Shout out to you, Kayla.
Her name's Kayla. Her first name's not Boo. Her first name is Kayla. What's your best memory from when you guys were dating?
Oof, dating. It was a long time ago.
It was a real long time.
I mean, we used to have a lot of fun together as a couple. So we had a lot of fun memories.
Like, there's a few things that stick out. Your dad was with, but the double-decker bus
Love
tour,
that.
That was a lot of fun.
So, let's give some backstory to that. I'm from the Philadelphia area. He is not. My family still lives in the Philadelphia area. He does not. So, we went to go visit my dad, and we were going to do, like, a tour through, like, historical Philadelphia, through Chinatown, like, all of it. So, I'm going to bring it down for a minute and then bring it back up. So
I was yawning. I wasn't screaming.
A couple years ago, more than a couple years ago, there was a fatal duck boat crash in Philadelphia on the Schuylkill River, where it might have been on the Delaware. Either way, it was in Philadelphia, and a barge hit one of those duck boats, which, if you don't know what that is, it goes on land and then it drives right into the water, and it's a boat, so you could do tours on them. And it happened like 2 or 3 days before we were supposed to go on our tour. So they shut down the duck boats while that happened to investigate. And we did a double-decker tour bus. Now, he had seen a horror movie years and years ago, and he was like, I don't do dumplings. Because they made dumplings out of human. Could you stop yawning?
I can't. I'm screaming silently.
So my dad took him to Chinatown and was like, well, here's all the good things to eat. We went out for dim sum, and then we hopped on the double-decker tour bus. We stopped at the Franklin Institute, saw a lot of really cool stuff, and you can get on and off all day long. That was probably one of my favorite memories of us dating. I mean, also, I think something that stands out, it's not really like a super fun memory, but it was definitely like, when we started, we weren't even dating yet, so I guess it can't be a memory.
What's that?
When, like, how we met and stuff. Not met. Okay, so I'm sure that's going to be one of the questions at some point is, like, how did we meet? Which I guess we can answer that now. He worked at Hot Topic. I worked at the same mall, and I used to go into the Hot Topic, and I was like, swoon, he's so cute, and he was oblivious. That's how we met. This was a million years ago, and we didn't start dating till much, much later. But I went to visit my best friend, who at the same time lived in the same town as him, and we went with you to meet you. He was doing karaoke at a total dive bar, and I was there with my girlfriend. And I remember her looking as soon as we walked in. She goes, "Wow, I feel really overdressed," because she was dressed like totally dressed up to like hit a night on the town. We were in a total dive. And there was a super creepy dude that was just like hitting on me, and you just stepped in and you were like, "That's my girlfriend. Can I help you with something?" And at the time, I had a foot-high mohawk.
She still made you shorter than me.
What?
She still made you shorter than me.
That's true. And yeah, you never bat an eye. I mean, I'm sure we have lots of other super fun memories, But
there's a time we were in the elephant's butt.
We were. Lucy the elephant. Go check her out.
I remember that. That was
in
fun.
Margate.
I mean, like, we've had a lot of, like, I don't know if any one stands out, you know, more than the other.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be like, oh my god, that was the best day of my life.
I'd say, like, when I first got to meet your family from Arizona, you got to meet my family from Arizona. I mean, when we went out to Arizona, we were married.
Yes.
But, I mean, like...
And I was pregnant.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have?
All right, we have a question here from Planner Ghoul. Do we plan on having another / more kids?
Go ahead.
I figure if I sit really still, they'll think it paused, and then we can go to the next question.
The answer is probably not.
I mean, like, yeah, I would guess. I mean, I'm 43. I'm not a young buck. It's a young man's game, having children, unless you're old and can afford a nanny.
I mean, the age is definitely one thing. It took us a really long time to get pregnant with Briar. But I don't know that having... Sorry. And I'm sure that... Don't feel bad for asking this, but I'm sure... if you have a child who has medical needs or special needs or whatever, sometimes you don't know if you can handle another. And that's the biggest truth.
I mean, I will say the odds of us having another biological child would be pretty slim. But I would never be opposed to adopting.
Yeah, but that still comes with its whole...
I understand that.
I know. I mean, if it happens, yes, we're not actively trying to have another child at this time. Our 3-year-old...
Do you have any, like, 17-year-olds that are really good at babysitting?
No.
And they're also great children?
I don't want to deal with teenagers.
No, but I'm saying they're a great kid. Like, I've known plenty of, like, people I've worked with that I would have adopted.
Here's the thing. Our 3-year-old keeps us on our toes. And... I would love to have another kid so she had someone to play with. But my fear is always that we'll have another one that has more severe complications than the first one did. And there's no guarantee that we'll even have a child that has the same thing that she did. And obviously we're better equipped to deal with it now because we've been through it, but...
Yeah.
So let's uplift this a little bit.
All right, I got a positive question here from Drills Our Girl's Best Friend. That's Steph. What's our biggest pet peeve? That's uplifting, right?
Like in life?
No, about each other.
Oh.
Yes, it does say about each other.
Okay. I don't know.
In life, my biggest pet peeve would be repeating myself. I hate when people stop paying attention when you're talking to them, and then they're like, what?
So guess who always asks to repeat it? And I don't do it because I'm not paying attention. A lot of times I'm like, wait, what did you just say? Or I don't understand it, but also our 3-year-old does it, and it drives him nuts. Don't you dare shake your head at me.
I would say my biggest pet peeve with her is when I talk in a very specific pattern. So I'd make pauses for effect. Very William Shatner-like. But she takes these pauses as a moment to then start talking, rather than letting me finish my statement. So
okay, well then my biggest pet peeve about
the way
you...
I talk. So you can't start talking quicker.
Is that when I pause to take a breath, you think it's the end of my statement or question because you always... I'm like, can you let me finish my statement? And you're like, oh, okay, you didn't realize I was done.
Correct.
I don't know. I don't really know that I have a pet peeve about him. I'm sure there's things he does that drives me crazy. I mean, of course, but I can't think of anything like specific.
I mean, I'm pretty
it's not like
perfect. I could see how that could be daunting in itself to you. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, keep going.
Alright. Also from Drills Are a Girl's Best Friend. What's your favorite thing about each other? I would say...
This better be good.
The way Lindsay interrupts me when I pause. No. It's also my favorite thing. No, I would say Lindsay... She's really good at... And I'd say we're both good at this, but one of the things I appreciate is she can tell when I'm having a tough day or I'm having a tough time, and she's very good at being the positive one at that point, which I feel I'm good at that too, but to find that in somebody
really
is very rare. Yeah.
Not at all where I thought you were going with that.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things. It's not the favorite thing, but I mean, it's one of my favorite things.
Is there a the?
I read the question when I read the question, so this is the first thing that popped in my head. You've had more time to think. Go ahead.
My favorite thing about you is how loving and caring you are. He's super open-minded, which, I mean, shit, I'm sitting here wearing a t-shirt that says alienate the patriarchy. He keeps up with my feminist beliefs, my Black Lives Matters beliefs, my LGBTQ, everything. And if those are things that you don't agree with, like, I don't need arguments in the description, not description.
And I will say, me
in the
and Lindsay
comments,
don't necessarily see eye to eye on all that stuff. But that's one of the things, and I know that's one of the things I love about her. I will explain my, maybe disagreement and beliefs with her.
This face says it all.
But she doesn't hold it against me because she knows the person I am. That's very understanding and thoughtful and caring. And
no, there's a lot of things that I think a lot of modern men won't agree on and be on board with that you are. You're a very sensitive soul, which I think is surprising to some when they just see, like, your sheer size. If you guys can't tell, like, he's so far behind me right now, but we're 13 inches apart, which I'm sure is going to be...
I'm actually in the other room.
No.
I'm
anyway, let's keep going.
Right.
This video is going to be like an hour long.
Diamond Painting MX.
Maria.
Diamond Painting Maria.
No. Her name's Maria. Go ahead.
Do you like spicy food?
I'm going to answer that for you.
Okay.
Yes. But he doesn't like it to be hot for the sake of being hot. He likes it to be hot that has flavor with
Correct. I'm not just going to eat a random ghost pepper or
Yeah.
habanero. While I do love spicy food, I like it to have flavor. So if it's a ghost pepper sauce or a habanero sauce, like
Those ghost pepper donuts were really good from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, they weren't really spicy. Though.
No, and they've already come and gone.
But there's a restaurant down the road here. It's a bar, and they have really good wings, but their habanero is super spicy. I've never even tried their ghost pepper because that's how hot their habanero is. Sinkhole.
Oh.
Their wings are really good, as well as their cheeseburger quesadillas. But I digress. But their wings are super spicy, and like, I don't care if I'm sweating and my mouth is burning, but they're really flavorful.
Sorry,
too,
my nose itches for anyone who's like...
And Lindsay does like spicy food, but she's kind of like me.
I like spicy food, but I don't like burn your face spicy. It doesn't matter how good it tastes.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of heat, but not like... You're okay with as long as it tastes good.
Correct. And the baby, she likes spicy
Yeah.
food.
Although every time she tries something, like, it'll be like ice cream. She'll be like, it's spicy. No, girl, it's not. So then, like, we were eating soup and she goes, it's not spicy. And I'm like, no, it's not spicy. All right.
Also from Maria, what's your favorite DP kit Lindsay has done so far? I would honestly say it was one of her first ones was, it's not called Tiana, but it is Tiana.
The Bayou Lady.
Bayou Lady.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot. So...
I was going to say, that was one of the Mandy Manzano princess banners, so it was the 42 by 125. That was my first big kit. So,
all right.
That's it for the gram.
That's it for Instagram.
So, we also asked in my Facebook group, which, if you don't know, I have a Facebook group. I have a Facebook group. Everything is linked down below. He's pulling it up on his phone because my computer crapped out, like, as we were sitting down to record. And then I have his tablet here. Oh, I guess I'll wait because I'm guessing it needs your eyeball. Yeah. But we don't need it yet. Okay. So we'll have some more tag. I didn't know that's what you named your computer anyway.
And if you need to, it's...
I know what your pin is.
It's for everything.
Okay. So go ahead. What do we have?
So
or do you want me to do some of these questions and then we'll come back? No, let's just do Facebook.
Okay. Alexis asks... I want to know if you all ever fuss at each other while you're both crafting.
All the time.
She says, I can see him panting. Well, she's corrected it to painting, but maybe she didn't mean panting.
That also happened.
And you doing squares and just be like, you know what? Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest thing we fuss at each other about is... Because while we do sit near each other, we also sit far enough apart and around a corner that sometimes we'll say stuff and... the other person doesn't hear it, and that causes frustration.
One of my favorite things is, like, I will literally hit play on a YouTube video or whatever, and then he'll start talking, and I'm like, pause. And then, what did you say? He'll answer the question, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll hit play again, and then he'll ask or say something else, and I'm like, what did you say? There's times that I'm like, all right, I'm just going to turn this off. Yeah, that is a little hard. I mean, we don't necessarily, like, fuss at each other. I think, like, the biggest, like, argument we have up here is, like, we have to break down the cardboard or take out the trash because he goes through a lot of cardboard with, like, his orders. Sorry, my foot's stuck.
That's right.
And this table is actually, are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. This table is actually the table he uses to box. And it's also where we film, like, videos like this. Because we both can't sit at my desk or at his desk. So, like, today, I had to move all the stuff that he had just unboxed to sit. So sometimes it's like, are you going to need that table tomorrow? Or, like, can you move your stuff off the table? It's not really a big deal, but that's it, really.
Yeah.
So, what else?
Crystal asks, the most petty argument we've ever had.
Probably whatever's going to stem from this answer. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You got mad at me once because I said you were breathing too loud.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing.
You pretty much asked me to stop breathing. I mean, so yeah, okay. I'll agree with that.
I mean, nothing else comes to mind.
I even forgot about that. Now I'm pissed about that again.
Be pissed at Crystal. It's her fault. Sorry, Crystal.
Cynthia asks, maybe I've already missed this, but maybe share again how you both got into things you're into doing now. Diamond painting and my business. Why you love what you both do. So I don't know if that means why I love what I do or why I love what you do, or... I
mean, we can answer it.
Okay, so I'll go real quick. How I got into doing custom pops is, number one, I collect pops.
Truth.
Number two, I used to do custom wrestling figures for people, like back, 20 years ago.
Yeah, before us.
When they stopped making, when they took them like a year to make somebody who just appeared, and I used to be into wrestling, so that's when I started doing that. So I was like, my job closed, COVID, all that stuff, and I ended up I just wanted to try it, and the first one I did was my Joe Exotic, which Dylan's seeing a picture right here, and I liked it. I thought it looked great, so I just kept going from there.
It was amazing, and it was like right at the height of everything Joe Exotic. It's amazing,
and it's still one of my favorites I've ever done.
Me too.
And why do I love what I do? I get little. Don't get me wrong. I love the compliments. I love the comments that people leave me, but I've had a couple people like actually send me video. There was a girl that got one of her made of her mom, and she sent me her mom's reaction video, and I cried like a baby. Like stuff like that's the reason I do what I do. That, and it gives me the ability to be artistic. So and
also to put food on the table.
Yeah, also to put food on the table.
That kind of this all happened after he lost his job. It was unrelated to COVID, but then not being transferred to another store was because of COVID. And then how I got into diamond painting, I've always crafted in various crafts. And I had seen one of those ads on Facebook, and I got the introductory kit, and it sat there for probably a couple months before I even busted it out. But I heard that diamond painting was really relaxing and good for stress and anxiety, and I was like, yep, those are all things that my life are full of.
Yeah.
And I was hooked right away. I'm not even sure how many I did down on the kitchen table before you were like
3 or 4.
I think it was more than that.
I thought it was just that 4-pack of the ones.
No, because I think I also did the Chewbacca downstairs. Yeah. So then eventually he had decided to rearrange everything on this 3rd floor and got me a crafting space. So what else we got?
Knox asked the same question was asked before. What's your favorite thing about each other? I'll go ahead and pick something different. I mean, it's what she said, but she's one of the most passionate, caring, loving people you'll ever meet.
Thank you.
You want to be her best friend. You don't want to be her worst enemy.
Facts.
I used to tell my employees, if you do something to get me fired, you don't want to worry about me. You want to worry about her.
Also facts.
But that's, another thing I love about her. So, and she's a great mom.
Oh. Well, now I can't say that I love that you're a great dad. I love that he's super tall because he can get everything off the top shelf. You're a very passionate person. about whatever you're passionate about. Sometimes he gets into these like cycles of things that I'm like, I don't care, but I've learned to tolerate, some I've learned to like he was really into UFC for a while, and for a while I knew a bunch of UFC fighters and their nicknames, but he's a very passionate person. He loves hard, whether it's like me or
beliefs.
Yeah.
Stuff
or
like
hobbies or whatever. Okay.
that. Friends or family.
Yep.
Randy asked, Randy's the one that has the same musical taste as me.
Yes.
What is one thing about you that we don't know? Do you have a hidden talent? What's a silly habit that you do or have that not many people know about? Why are y'all so awesome?
Let's start with the first question. What was the
Okay,
first one?
so do we have a hidden talent? I think I covered this on a video before, but I don't know if I did or not. But it's not a talent. I have double jointed fingers, so they'll bend back. And I mean, as I get older, they definitely get creakier, but I can bend except for my thumb, I can bend all 8 of my fingers back. I mean, like I said, I don't know if it's a talent. I'm not going to win money with it. I mean, maybe on a bet at a bar, but that's pretty much it. I
have 0 hidden talents.
I can drink a lot of beer.
That's not a hidden talent.
It's a talent.
It's not hidden.
That's true.
I have 0 hidden talents.
I don't know. You can do a really good turkey call. People would not know that by looking at you.
Except for that I've done it before.
Yeah, but it's hidden because I'd say anything you're walking down the street and people they'll see. Like, nobody looks at you and go, you know what I bet you she does?
Okay.
Great turkey call.
Okay. He's also a great singer.
What's a silly habit that you do or have that not many people know about?
Do I have any silly habits? I mean, I have habits that aren't silly.
I mean, I would say in general, we just, like, we do or say stupid shit that, to make each other laugh. Yeah. Like, to try to lighten a mood or...
I don't think I have any silly habits, though.
I don't know if I have silly habits. I'm sure I do.
We both have, like, bad habits.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm sure we have habits that other people would be like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if
nothing comes to mind.
We live with each other for so long.
I mean, we're both word people.
So, yeah, that's
true. What else you got?
Why are y'all so awesome?
I don't know, God made us
I'll
this
feel
way.
this way. Feel this one. Years of training.
No.
Vitamins.
No.
Hopes, prayers.
Maybe.
All my little Hulkamaniacs out there. That's why I'm so awesome. I would honestly say for me, like, having 2 older brothers and realizing that if I don't make them laugh, I'm going to get my ass kicked. That definitely helped. Okay.
I was just made this way.
Dawn asked, "Oh," while rubbing hands together in an evil way. Kidding, but I think you guys have been together the same amount of time as me and my husband, so I have a few. Who is the one that usually apologizes after a fight? We're going to disagree on that. Is there one thing you could change about each other? If so, what is it?
You would want me to be more patient.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be my one thing.
Really?
What were you joking about last night about your fat hands? Remember?
Oh, my fat fingers?
Yeah, you're like, my mommy's on, about my fat hands.
So, fun fact, so I have, really fat, bottom fingers here, and my grandmother, this is years ago, we're not going to make this a thing, but my grandmother was like, if you lost some weight, your fingers would thin out, and I was like, thanks, and he goes, because that attracts all the boys.
Yeah. Look how skinny her fingers are. What was one thing you changed about each other? What would you change about me? You can't say nothing.
No.
Bullshit.
I think that I wish that, sometimes you weren't so quick to react when I say something.
Okay. All right.
Especially when you don't let me finish saying what I'm saying and you react.
All right, well, the next...
Sorry, my lips are so chapped, you guys, and I drank all my beverage, so, sorry if you see me. Anyway, what's the next one?
What is something you want to do together but haven't?
Travel world.
Yeah, I mean, at Disney World.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's probably a bunch of small things. I can't think of anything, like, huge. I don't know. Like trips, like, you know, like
Yeah,
Disney
traveling.
World, stuff like that. I mean, maybe go on a murderous rampage like National Born Killers, but have
I mean, like,
Briar
if there's
be our
something,
car
like,
driver.
little that I could think of, we were supposed to go on... Okay, so I was pregnant. I was very pregnant at the time. We were supposed to go on a murder mystery dinner cruise. And then there was, like, a murder mystery dinner party we tried to get into. Like, we really wanted to do that for, like, many, many years, but it just... The timing hasn't been right, or it didn't work with my work schedule. Like, that's something fun that we would like to do together.
Yeah. Clue was always my favorite board game, and then I loved the movie Clue, so...
I mean, I think in general, one thing that we'd like to do is, you know, have time outside of this house. Sans Baby.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. What is... I'm sorry.
Who knows that'll happen, is what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't really happen before we were in a pandemic, and if you're watching this in the future, yay! We've made it!
We made it till the day this posted, at least.
Okay.
What is something... Oh, wait. What is your idea of a balanced relationship? I mean, I would say where both people make the decisions. It's not squarely on one person.
We definitely, our household is not run on, like, gender roles or anything like that. Like, for the 99% of the cooking in this house, at least now, is done by him. Excuse me. And there's no, like... This is probably going to ruffle some people's feathers, but I'm not submissive to my husband. If one of us wants to say, like, this is what we believe in, the other one's not going to go, absolutely not, just simply because it doesn't fit into this box or this description. But I think open communication, and I think sometimes we, like everyone else, we struggle with that, or it's not that I think our styles of communication are different.
Yeah, I mean...
And our love languages are different.
Where you're talking about, you know, like the LGBTQ and Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, I think it's understanding the other person, what they're saying, even if you don't disagree, even if you don't agree with it, but understanding their point of view. That's also big into a balanced relationship. Because if you're going to be just turn your nose up at what someone else believes in, like that's...
Yeah.
You
well,
know,
I mean, that goes back to me saying that you're a really open-minded
Yeah, but
person.
I'm saying that you can't have balance like that. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to listen to the other person. But like I said, also with me, like, both people make a decision. Like, when I talked to her about doing this crafting space for both of us, I didn't just do it.
Right.
Because Lindsay's not the type of person... She's good with surprises in the fact that, like, if I bought her a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, she wouldn't be like, what are you doing? But if I, like, just assumed me putting a desk up here and everything was part of, you know, a smart thing to do, it could have been the dumbest thing in the world to her, and she wouldn't have used that desk. It would have sat here and rotted, you know, if she would have had that opinion. So, you know, like, I would say, like, communication and both using your opinions. What's the most annoying thing about each other? We've already covered that. And Ada Goldberg asked nothing. Thanks, Ada. I let her know it was riveting, and I hope we were able to cover that.
All right, so we've got some tag questions. If you guys see me looking down, it's simply because...
And my computer's broke. There's a kickstand in the back.
Okay, so we're gonna... Yeah! My computer is directly behind his, and it's stuck.
We're using every device in our house right now.
Yeah, we're filming with my cell phone. Sorry, there's like a hair stuck on my face. We had to use his phone for that. We're using his tablet for this, and then my laptop is charging the ring light.
We're using her VTech personal computer for this.
All right, so the earliest to bed.
We go to bed at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then I'll go to bed earlier. Every now and then she'll go to bed earlier. But
yeah. First week, you.
I would say over the last month, it's easily been me. Other than that, I would say it's 50-50.
How long have we been together? We've been together since 2009, married since 2012.
Yep.
If possible, what would your partner eat every day? We're going to take everything off the table of, like, you could eat anything in the world. I'd say you'd probably eat pizza.
I think pizza's so diverse that you can't go wrong with it.
What about me?
I want to say salmon, but I know that's not right.
No, sweets. It would probably just be brownies.
Yeah. Brownies, cakes, yeah.
If your partner could be married to a movie star, who would it be?
Movie star.
Yeah. I'm gonna say for you, you would probably say, oh my God, the chick that plays Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Am I right?
That's not what I had in my head right
Oh,
away.
what did you have?
Kat Dennings.
Oh.
I also did just.
She looks nothing like me, but she also has big boobs. So.
I did just watch WandaVision, so maybe that's why that popped.
Is she in that?
Yeah, she's in that. Spoiler alert. I would say for you, it would probably be Channing Tatum or Ryan Reynolds.
That's true.
So.
Careful! I feel you pulling on the back of my chair.
So
No, you're good. we've gone over this. I work in a lawn chair, so
because she doesn't deserve better.
No. If your partner could listen to one song for the rest of their lives, what would that song be? I wouldn't have an answer for that.
Ooh.
I'm going to change that. If you could take, let's say...
2 CDs.
Sure, on a deserted island, and yes, they have a way to play it.
Coconuts will play CDs.
The two that jump out to me right now are Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory, and Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Both of those are wrong.
For you.
I would say Eminem's first album.
Okay.
And Linkin Park's first album.
No Beastie Boys?
I love the Beastie Boys, but I think I would like both of those because they would fit my mood on a deserted island.
If your partner could choose one thing for you to get rid of, what would it be? Tread lightly. You could get rid of one of my things in this house. What would it be?
I was thinking we've already covered this. I was thinking personality trait or something.
No. I think it's like a thing. I mean, I would love for him to get rid of some of his socks and underwear because they desperately need to be retired.
I don't disagree with that. In fact, all the socks I have are new now. I've thrown all the old ones away.
Good. I am a collector of stuff, so that's why I said tread lightly.
I would say we could probably throw away 75% of her sneakers because she has ones since we started dating. So I'm not gonna.
If your partner was ever in jail, what would be the reason?
Your mouth.
I would say you'd get in jail for fighting, but not because you fight, but because you'd be protecting someone.
I agree with that.
I'm not going to ask this next question.
Okay.
Who does the most housework? What is your partner most likely to waste money on? I would say for you it'd be collectibles. Sports or pops or memorabilia.
In general. For you, diamond painting. Or clothing for the kiddo.
Okay.
She has way too much.
What color are your partner's eyes?
Blue.
Green hazel. What's your partner's favorite cuss word?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that's mine.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your partner's favorite movie? Ooh.
You know mine. Yours is Cable Guy.
And?
Spice World.
Yeah. Fight Club.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's my favorite comedy?
I Love You, Man.
No.
Oh.
I Love You, Man. Billy Madison.
Oh, okay, yeah. What is your partner most likely to get famous for?
I would say the same thing as be arrested for, and that's her mouth. I'd say she's a really good communicator, so she, probably communications, something dealing with that, like her YouTube channel, so her mouth.
What would you most like? Probably your art. You're artistic.
Yeah.
And he does a lot more than just pop. So, like, if you guys have seen, like, his comic book stuff that he's made where he'll make, like, a mock-up of a cover, those are available. If you guys want him to create one for you, he can commission that as well. What is your partner's most repeated sentence or phrase? I feel like this changes regularly.
Whatever it literally depends. Whatever the baby's saying, that's what I would say is our most repeated
Which
phrase.
right now, our child's,
That's so wet. That's so wet.
And she goes, that's so wet. We're like, what? And we're realizing that
we played that song like twice. Ever.
Maybe.
Yeah. And it was definitely
it's Cardi B.
It wasn't the full
if anyone's
through.
Like, or...
But I guess she probably hears it on the reels. And that's
that's where she found it from. What item of yours would your partner throw out first if they had the opportunity? I feel like, wasn't that...
singular item?
I mean, it could be like...
that old keychain thing you had that your
that
parents...
is gone.
Oh, is it? I was going to say your parents told me they'd pay me to do it.
Okay, so I had a lanyard. It was white.
It's just white as my shirt.
I threw it way, it was like as dark as his shirt. But I slipped and fell in tar in our parking lot.
I forgot about that till this minute.
In our old apartment building, and I'm laughing about it now, but it was not laughable when it happened. Which I guess I can tell that story. So nobody put up a sign that there was like wet tar all over our parking lot, and I took one step and I wiped out, and I was covered. I was coming from the parking lot into the
bottom part. Yeah. And
I fell, and the whole, I think, right side of my body was covered in hot tar. I ruined the pair of pants that I was wearing, which he was fine with because he called them my baby pants. But my keychain got it, so there was like spots of tar no matter what I did. And I was like, I will not get rid of this keychain. And my dad and my mom were like, we will pay you to get rid of that keychain. What's one item of yours that I'd throw out? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about the shoes, but it's not like there's a single pair.
I mean, I feel like you have a tendency to reuse like plastic bottles over and over and over again, and I'm like, sometimes they look a little grody. I'd like to like toss those and get you like an actual reusable bottle.
Anytime you want to do that.
Okay. What was your first road trip together? I'm gonna assume that they don't mean between like here and where I used to live.
Yeah. I think it's Cleveland, isn't it?
I was gonna say Jersey Shore, probably.
Yeah, I don't know which one we went to first, Cleveland or down the links.
Or Maryland.
Or down to Baltimore. Yeah, I mean,
we do. We usually do Baltimore every year.
Try to go down to baseball games.
Okay,
so.
Your favorite song? I don't have one. I don't know that you have one.
What, my favorite song?
Yeah.
I
give me a long
bunch,
answer.
Yeah.
Okay, sports team we've already established. Where did you meet each other? Hot topic. Where did you share your first kiss?
Probably
I think it was in your apartment.
Yeah.
Where was your first date together? Quentin Tavern.
Yeah, Quentin Tavern.
Who buys the best gifts? So I've come to realize I love giving things to people, but I am terrible gift giver. I've come to realize as I get older, the worse I am too. Like I got him, this was years ago, I got him an induction charger, which now they're like available everywhere. You literally just put your phone on it, it charges your phone. I bought it for him, specifically for him, and I was assured that it worked with his phone. It did not work with his phone. It didn't work with any electronic device that he owned, only things that I owned. So he didn't even get to use his gift. Okay. Who calls their parents the most? I do.
You call my parents the most, too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I call, especially now over quarantine, I call his mother and my parents every single day. His dad's not a chatty Cathy, so we try to call him
once a week, maybe twice a week.
No, once every other week, you mean? We don't call him twice in 1 week.
I said once a week.
Or twice a week, you said.
Or maybe
twice a month. Go ahead.
Once a week, or possibly twice a week. I didn't say, I said, I call him once a week.
Okay. Who chooses where you eat for dinner? It's pretty split.
Yeah.
Who chose the current car? I did.
Yeah, you did. 100%.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you bought it.
We're not going to go into this story.
I just bought a car.
Who cleans the house more frequently?
Me.
Who does the grocery shopping? Now it's him. But prior to coronavirus, it was primarily me because I would do that while you were at work with the baby. Yeah. Who does the laundry? Me. Who has the craziest family?
Depends what you consider crazy.
Me. Who's better at keeping secrets?
I think we're both good at keeping secrets.
I mean, let's just face it. If you guys tell one of us a secret, the other one already knows.
Yeah,
that's how marriages work.
Yeah, that's what I say. There's a rule.
But,
like, if somebody's like, don't tell anybody, you always tell your spouse. Unless it's about, like, something... Like, we have friends, Tom and Jen, that, like...
Shout out to you, Jen and Tom.
If Tom told me, don't tell Jen or don't tell anybody, I'd be worried that perhaps if I told her she wouldn't do it on purpose, but she may just may not realize that he didn't give it to her yet or something.
No, if you say...
I know, but
so-and-so told me not... Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
Who's better at sports? I mean, nowadays... Actually, back in our youth, I don't know. I mean, you were in the NBA draft, but I was pretty okay at a lot of sports. I don't know. Who dresses better?
I mean... Unless you consider pajama pants and an Oreo sweatshirt, or perhaps 2 shades of flannel together.
Who's more likely to be running late? Neither of us.
Yeah, we're
both very
pride ourselves.
And
on
I'm
being
one
on
of those
time.
people that if you tell me that we're meeting at 5 o'clock and you're not there at 5:15, that I will be offended. Because if you're gonna make me feel like my time isn't valuable to you, then you're just wasting my time. Unless you've reached out to me.
I mean, I used to tell people at work, if you're 5 minutes, if you're 5 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're 5 minutes late, you're 10 minutes late.
Yeah. Who's more likely to get a traffic ticket?
You.
I
haven't gotten a traffic ticket since I'm 16.
Who's more likely to kill a spider?
The baby.
He's terrified of spiders.
Bugs
Spiders I'm okay with, but if it's something like a centipede or a millipede, I will scream for him to come. Who's more romantic?
Neither of us.
You don't think I'm romantic? Really? I'm offended by that. I was gonna say me. Okay. Who's pickier about where you live? Well,
we both chose it.
I was gonna say we kind of chose this, but I had nothing to do with it.
we chose
the town. Okay.
Yeah, we chose the town where we live.
Who's the better cook? You. Who's the better dancer?
You.
Who's the better kisser?
Me.
What?
Of course I'm gonna say that.
Who's the loudest?
You.
Who's the messiest?
You.
Who's the most organized?
Me.
Yep. Who loses things the most?
50-50.
What? That's an automatic Lindsay right there. I would lose my head if it wasn't attached to me.
Have I found my knife yet?
Who loves the other more?
Me.
You love me more?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Of course I'm gonna joke about that stuff.
Who made the first move?
Probably you.
Yeah. Who makes the bed?
None of us.
No, but if it needs to be made, I make it.
Well, you're usually first up in the bedroom. Because I usually go out and have a cigarette before I come up for bed.
Yeah, so I mean, also, like, we have a lot of pillows on our bed, so, like, if he's ever attempted to, like, make it, like, fully make it, he just kind of piles the pillows and doesn't know, like, the order of them. Anyway, who mows the lawn? Him.
Me.
Who picks your vacation spot?
50-50.
Vacation? What's that? Who planned the honeymoon?
I mean, we kind of did it together.
Yeah.
We were gifted part of our honeymoon trip, so actually a lot of our honeymoon trip we were gifted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, we kind of had the spot chosen for us, but it's the spot we wanted to go anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Who remembers friends and family's birthdays?
Facebook.
I mean, we both do. I mean...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, but
who said I love you first? You did.
I did.
And then you took it back. And then, like, a week later, you said it again. Who spends more money?
I mean...
On frivolous things? Me. Right now.
Yeah.
Who spends more time on social?
You.
I was gonna say you.
Anytime you want to put our usage data up against each other.
Who watches the most TV? You.
Probably, yeah. Because when she comes up here...
Yeah, we don't do TV with the kiddo around, so...
I usually watch a movie or something.
Who works out more? Neither.
I mean, being as I mow the lawn and go out...
Who would drive on a road trip? I would probably start. Depending on where we're going, and the roads that need to be driven on also dictates who's driving, because I am absolutely terrified of bridges. Who has more clothing? Me. Who has more shoes? Me. Who's your celebrity crush? We've already gone over that.
Oh.
Thank you. Whose idea was it to play this game? Mine.
Yeah, I mean... We've talked about doing something, so it's not really...
Would your partner prefer... Oh, worst habit? We've already gone
did that.
Would your partner prefer dinner or a movie? I mean, both? Sans baby.
I'm fat. Of course I'm going to want dinner.
Yeah, I mean...
Gun to my head, you're like, would you rather eat or just watch TV?
I mean, if you were like, would you guys rather have Taco Bell or go out to a movie? I'd say go out to a movie, although I do like Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I can get popcorn at a movie, or... I mean, depends what the dinner is.
You know, I mean, there's not really been a movie in, like, a couple years that, like, you and I are both like, we both have to see this.
Yeah, both of us, yes. Yes.
If your home was on fire and everyone important was out, what one item would your partner go back in and save?
Whew.
There.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, like, that's probably the right answer.
I mean, he would say so. For those who don't know, our first child is, his name is Crosby and Bear, and I guess Editing Lindsay is going to remember to put a picture of him here. He's a teddy bear. He used to go with us everywhere. He used to have his own Facebook till Chessa Rowlings hacked his page and stole it. True story.
I remember we got banned like 3 times for sending friend requests.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, like, honestly, like,
you don't really have anything from like your youth in our house or anything like that.
A bunch of photo albums.
They're in the garage.
Yeah, but I mean, like, pictures don't have intrinsic value. You know, like, pictures are what you remember. That's why I don't
know
take
if there's anything that I
would say, honestly, I come back in and get the bear, because that was, like, the first gift you got me, too.
Yes. I gave him that when we started dating, and then he actually used that to propose to me.
And I have him tattooed on me, also.
That's true. Are there any other questions that you think the people want to know? You have... I was going to say you have pants on. That's not what I meant to say. He does have pants on. I was going to say you have long sleeves on. But
not free balling today.
If anyone wants to know who has the most tattoos, it's him. Who has the most piercings? Me.
I used to have piercings, but
I still have more than...
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything you want to ask me?
What's your favorite season?
Fall.
And spring.
Give me all the pumpkin spice, cozy, everything.
Nothing's better than the smell of a, like, quick storm on a spring day. Like, it's like 76 degrees out and sunny, and then all of a sudden that storm sweeps in. The smell that comes off the blacktop.
You know what smells better than that?
It's something enchanting about the smell. I don't know what it is, but I don't know why that smell exists, but it does.
Who's your favorite Disney princess?
Ray. I know she's not technically a Disney princess, but...
I'm surprised you didn't say Tiana.
Well, if I had to choose a real princess, it would be Tiana.
The eye roll. The eye roll wasn't... The eye roll is because that's our kid's favorite.
Yeah. What's your favorite Disney princess?
Ariel.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Ariel. No. You?
That's a horrible answer. What's your favorite horror movie?
Oof. I'm not a horror person.
Okay.
I like thrillers better. Identity is probably my favorite thriller.
Okay.
Who's your role model or your idol?
Growing up, it was Cal Ripken and Charles Barkley. Now, Jesus. I mean, I'm 43, so shouldn't I be my own role model by now? But I would say somebody I admire.
Sure.
And it's strictly because of their business acumen is Mark Cuban. I think he's brilliant when he does things, and he's unabashed and passionate about what he does. So I think
I'd say my mom.
Oh, way to go there.
And I think having a child made me have more
respect for your
parents.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you did this 4 times?
Yeah.
I did it once, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Did she fall asleep?
I don't know.
I don't hear her anymore.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
She's probably staring out the window.
Anything else?
I'm just looking around. Of course, we know your favorite Ninja Turtle's Michelangelo.
That's the correct answer.
Mine's Raphael.
That's the incorrect answer.
My second favorite's Donatello.
Okay, if we had a day to do anything,
we could be Ninja Turtles.
You know, like if we didn't have to, like if the baby was taken care of,
yeah,
we could just do something for a whole day.
Like a day trip, because it couldn't be like, Disney, because
I mean, if that's how you wanted to spend your whole day, we could do Disney. But
I think it would be.
I don't know that you'd want to do Disney without me though.
No. I'd probably say perfect day would be like go down to Baltimore early. Mm-hmm. Maybe do something in Inner Harbor, whether it's the aquarium or a museum, and then go to an Orioles game. Get dinner, go to an Orioles game, have a hot dog, watch the Orioles beat the Yankees 8-5.
Oh, she's still like.
And then come back home, or spend the night in Baltimore, and then come back home.
We didn't get to do Baltimore this year because
there's
COVID.
No baseball.
Well, no, I mean.
Well, they didn't allow. Anyway.
Even if we went down to do other things because of COVID, we didn't go.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That'd be like an ideal trip for me. I'd say an ideal trip for me, if you're including the child, would be, if we could, would be almost the same thing, but...
I was going to say Baltimore would still be your answer.
Yeah, but I would say not a baseball game. She's not going to enjoy a baseball game or appreciate it.
Maybe. She loves when she sees it on TV.
Museums and aquariums, or even going to, like, we went to the Crayola factory,
Yeah, I mean,
doing that stuff with her, I miss.
I do too. We did a lot of day trips with her. We're within, like, 2 hours of 2 different aquariums.
hours from Baltimore, 2 hours from
Philly, or Philly, Jersey.
3 hours from Pittsburgh. So, I mean, we're not too far away from anything. So
yeah, so I was used to taking her to the aquarium, to the zoo, just to do stuff. I do miss doing stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I'm sure she does too.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
anything else? This is like the world's longest getting to know us video. If there's one thing you want people to take away from this about you, or about me, or about us as a couple, what would it be?
We're not perfect. We fight.
That's true.
Just like anybody.
Get back in frame.
Oh, I'm sorry. We fight just like anybody, but always remember why you love the person.
It's because I'm smoking hot.
And that'll always put you back in the right place.
I don't mean to, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just giggling at the fact that she's making the siren noises while you're... I think that I would want people to know that we are both very strongly convicted people. You know, we both love hard, we fight hard. So whatever it is that is important to me is really important to me. And same thing with you.
Yeah.
Do you have a message for the people?
Didn't I just give it?
I don't know. I don't know if there's something like your final thought or...
No, I mean, if you could give one piece of advice to Briar that she'll see in 20 years, what would it be? Or 10 years, what would it be?
It'll get better?
Sure.
I mean, honestly, like... I think when you're a kid, especially if you're a kid who gets picked on, you don't ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. For whatever reason you're picked on. And my adult life is much better than my teenage life and my school-aged life. But I guess, like, the one thing I would tell her is be unapologetically you. I think one of, like, the biggest, like, life lessons that I ever got was I used to try to conform myself to be what other people wanted me to be, and then I realized people still didn't like me. And when they did, I realized, like, a light bulb moment went off one day that they weren't liking me for who I am. They were liking me for who I was trying to be. And I don't want to say I was pretending to be anyone else. I was trying to conform, really. And that was, like, a really big light bulb moment for me that, you know, if you don't like me,
just in time.
My computer just restarted. Please don't make the ring light go off. That if you don't like me for me,
well, we'll still record. We're just in a little darker of light. So keep going.
Anyway, that if you don't like me for me, that's your loss, not mine. And that I am... Yeah, there's no power. So it's not going to turn back on.
Yeah.
I am exactly who I'm supposed to be, I guess.
I got 3 words of advice for her.
Uh-oh.
Just keep swimming.
Thank you. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, or content that is nothing at all like this...
Keep being beautiful people. We don't want to leave you guys on a sad note.
Make sure you give this video
2 thumbs up. That's 4.
1 real life.
1 virtual.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sparkle Squad. And make sure you hit that notification bell.
Bing.
I don't know where you're pointing. I do not operate on any sort of schedule. I record while my tiny human is sleeping or sleeping. So I do the best that I can with what I have. We're definitely going to wrap this up because now that I have no more light, and we've cried and laughed, and we're, like, at just under an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know.
at 60 minutes, I was told. I wasn't told any of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't give you that
There
information
were no
at all.
restrictions put on me.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you guys.
See you in my next one. Bye, guys. I can't believe this computer died. Son of a bitch.
I look like don't got ring light.